Well, it looks like today is July the 8th, 2020. Today we want to look in the book of Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 11 is known as the chapter of faith. There it mentions people like Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Joseph, Moses, Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, and Samuel. And then it names some others, that not by name, but by what they did. Now then, you know that the chapters in the Bible were added later for our convenience. So the thought of chapter 11 of Hebrews does not end at the end of chapter 11, but it continues on into chapter 12. It was all written together originally. Chapter 12 says, wherefore, now that's the same as therefore, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Now then, the cloud of witnesses that it talks about are all those people back over in chapter 11. There's a cloud there to encourage us, to spur us on. We look at them and think, boy, look what they did, and surely I can do a little something if they did such great things. Not only them, but in my own life, there's also a great cloud of witnesses, of people that have gone before me that inspire me and keep me going. Now then, it says, let us run with patience. It's talking about running as a race. You don't run a sprint with patience. You run a sprint with everything in you. You run a marathon with patience. A marathon is a little over 26 miles or a little over 42 kilometers. You don't run that far unless you do it with patience. So he's comparing our Christian life from the time we get saved to a marathon race that we must run with patience. That is, we just keep on and keep on and keep on. It said we need to lay aside every weight. You don't run a race with weights on your feet. And the sin that does so easily beset us, we need to check our lives and make sure everything's okay so that we can run the way God wants us to. What he's saying is our Christian life is like running a long marathon race. Now they tell me in a marathon there's a point that you hit a wall and you want to quit. Things seem bad. You can't go on, but you work through it. And in life, there's going to be a lot of walls that we hit as we go along. My first wife passed away after 42 years. That was a wall for me. But work through it. Have to keep going. You don't give up. You don't quit. Now then, I want to read a poem by John Greenleaf Whittier. He wrote it over 100 years ago. But I think it's really good. I think it's still good today. And he says, when things go wrong, as they sometime will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when funds are low and debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when cares are pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometime learns. And many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit. So as we run this race, Let's stick in there. Let's don't quit. Let's keep going, because there's a cloud of witnesses around us encouraging us. Keep running. Don't quit. Don't give up. Get up, brush yourself off, get back in the race again. Thank you for watching. See you in the morning.